Welcome back to my channel once again, folks. I'm just going to give you a quick, short rundown of some of the things that's going on behind the scenes, folks, that some folks may not have any knowledge of. Yes, I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. Before I do that, I want to use copyright claim 107 for educational purposes only, folks. Fair use, fair use. For learning, teaching, educating, motivating, uplifting. Yes, this is what it's all about, folks. And right now, without any further ado, folks, we're going to go right into this. I want y'all to listen to this very good, attentively. Let's go. Because this is what we're dealing with as I speak, folks.
World's global reserve currency, also known as the petrodollar. What that means is, in order for any nation in the entire world to purchase oil, they must have US dollars, because OPEC uses only the dollar, also referred to as the petrodollar, to price the sale of its oil to any nation. This is the only thing that gives a US dollar its intrinsic, unique value. You all must understand what I'm saying. The only reason that your money, the US dollar, has any real value is because it is the only currency of which any nation on planet Earth can buy oil with. That means that there are more US dollars outside of the United States of America than that are in the United States of America. What gave the United States and its dollars such global dominance that resulted in the US dollar becoming the world reserve currency, also known as the petrodollar, for the payment of US dollars for trade and sale of oil globally from Saudi Arabia and other member states in the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, also known as OPEC. A deal.
See, folks, this is what's going on right underneath of our noses, people. All of these things are going on right now, folks. See, what I'm telling you, people, they're setting the stage, folks. Do you have yourself prepared for these things that are about to appear, folks? See, each time that I get on this camera, people, I'm getting on here to try to educate somebody or try to help somebody, folks, to prepare themselves for the things that are about to come. Are you ready? Let's get back to it.
I need to move it. I'll go move it.
This is very important information that every one of us need to hear.
Struck between Washington and Riyadh, which is the capital of Saudi Arabia, in 1974, coincidentally, a mere 3 years before Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard, completely wiping out any real value of the US dollar. He forced everyone by executive order to turn in their gold on or before May 1st of 1933, and if they did it then, they can most definitely do it again. The deal not only secured unlimited military defense of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia through guarantees by American military defense, it also secured a stable stream of foreign purchases of U.S. Treasury bonds. Again, Treasury bonds are nothing more than debt. This ultimately led to the unrivaled success of the dollar and the increase of global trust in the petrodollar stability. Again, the only value of the US dollar was because of the agreement of America to provide complete military protection of the Saudi kingdom in exchange for reliable oil supply.
See, listen, folks. This is what's being worked on right now. See, they're working on this. We're getting ready to enter into a one world system. Yeah, a one world system. Where the dollar bill will be no longer any good. Do you understand what I'm saying, people? They're getting ready to get rid of the dollar bill. The paper money is no longer going to be any good to any of us, folks. What is your next plan? Let's get back to the clip. You got to have a plan, folks. Yes, I know God. But all that's good and dandy. But I still have to have a plan in order for God to work with me and my plan. Let's go.
From the Saudis and the pricing of oil in U.S. dollars, as well as Saudi Arabia's support for American foreign policy operations across the world. But that deal was broken by Donald Trump.
Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Peter Dobby. The United States is removing its Patriot anti-air missiles and other weapon systems from Saudi Arabia. The US President Donald Trump says it's part of an effort to scale back on a military presence that he says doesn't benefit the US. But the reduction in the US military presence is believed by some to be based on assessments Iran no longer poses an immediate threat to US strategic interests. When asked about the decision, President Trump stayed away from giving specific details.
Well, I don't want to talk about it, but we're doing some things. We're making a lot of moves in the Middle East and elsewhere. We're doing a lot of things all over the world.
See, folks, a lot of people are not paying attention. But I mean, don't get your mind wrapped up in the stuff that's in the world, folks. Just get yourself prepared, folks. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Get prepared. Prepare you. Prepare your families. Prepare your loved ones for these things that are about to occur. What is your plan? Do you have a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, folks? Yeah, you have to have a plan. We all must have a plan lined up. Like I said, even though you know God and all of that, that's all good, fine and dandy. But you still have to have a plan. You have to prepare yourself. See, God's not going to do it all for you now. It's some part that we have to play in this too. We have to get ourselves prepared for these things, folks. God gives us our own common sense to use, yes. So let's get back to the clip. See, some people are not even ready for what's about to happen, folks. See, these are going to be the people that's going to be left behind, folks. These are people going to be lost. These are the people that's going to be put into these 15-minute cities because they don't have a plan, folks. I mean, I'm sorry to say it that way, but it's just reality.
It is. And Saudi Arabia says, hey, U.S., thank you. It's been a hell of a ride. We appreciate it. As you know, we are being now protected by China and Russia. In fact, we struck a joint military cooperation agreement the day you idiots pulled out of Afghanistan the way you did. And we realized that maybe you weren't the best partners to tie our wagon to. You know, you sent over President Biden to beg for oil. He didn't beg for oil. He hasn't even gone to Mexico or the Texas-Mexico border. He came and asked us to not join the BRICS nations. But we've decided after contemplation that, hey, you know what? It's in our best interest, and all of OPEC, who was on the Belt Road, that we're going to open up energy purchases in other currencies, including the yuan, the rupee, the ruble, maybe euro, gold, and dollars. Like that, it's over. Because what happens? Every country on the planet who has had to own dollars since 1974 dumps them. And if you ever saw them be trading places where one dude...
Look, folks, the paper money is done. Yes, paper money is done with. What's your plan? Do you have a plan for you and your loved ones? Do you have a plan for you and your family? I just thought I would give y'all a heads up. With that being said, if you like this work, stay tuned, folks, because there's much more to come. Peace.